Frack and Friends Show is gonna start and break. Oh, I can't stop dancing tonight,
Oh, Frack, here we go again. Talking about the 90s, 2000s for the win. You already know nostalgia is my kin. Now listen up and tune in.
We can't stop dancing tonight,
Yeah,
We don't stop dancing tonight,
you already know.
The Frack and Friends Show.
Who?
The Frack and Friends Show.
All right, let's get to the show.
Hello out there. How is everyone at Fan Expo? Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause for Fan Expo. I don't want to make anyone nervous, but I heard Joseph Quinn is right over there at that booth. I don't want to startle anybody, but if you want to get some photo ops right there, Joseph Quinn right over there.
And they might be free.
Guys, welcome to the Frack and Friends Show. This is Frack.
Hello.
I'm the friend. Hello. I'm Denise. It's so nice to see you guys. We are out here at Fan Expo. Why don't you give them a little spiel about what we do
Yeah.
on the Frack and Friends Show?
So I started a show a couple of years ago where we bring on special guests, celebrities, musicians, artists. Our show is basically based on the 90s and 2000s, which is, the decades and times that I grew up. So, we've had a lot of like boy band members, different actors and actresses on the show, and including a couple different people who are back there as well. And it's just telling stories about nostalgia, about the 90s and 2000s, and it's just I guess you can say it was my favorite time of my life.
It was probably the best time, to be honest with you. 90s and 2000s, for sure, by far. Did anyone out there grow up in the 90s? Who out there grew up in the 90s? Thank you. Yeah, a little louder.
Okay.
What about people who grew up in the 2000s? Who wore the low-rise jeans?
Oh.
Who wore the low-rise jeans out there?
People are saying no.
I hope they
saying
never
no.
come back.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I wish would come back, but there's probably a lot more that I hope stays away.
Well, Frack, I must say, I think I spot a celebrity that.
Ooh.
Wait, who is that Who's that holding that big sign right there?
I think it's the original Pokemon
my
theme
gosh.
song singer, Jason Paige.
Jason Paige? Is that you?
What is up, man?
Guys, give a round of applause to Jason Paige. This is the original theme song singer of Pokemon. Y'all give him a round of applause. Hello. Hello. Come in the middle here. Come in the middle. Come on.
I'm gonna take my hat off.
Put it in the background. Put it in the background.
For those who don't know who he is, it's right there, guys. The voice of my generation.
We already had this pre-planned. It wasn't as spontaneous as it looked, you guys. I know these guys. I've been on the Frack and Friends show. It was an incredible interview. These people are amazing, and thank you for inviting me to join you today.
Thank you, buddy. This is a huge honor, especially for me. I was a huge Pokemon fan, and hearing your voice. So he sang the Pokemon song earlier on the main stage with a rock band that was over here.
Incredible band.
It-
The Pikachu walked by and said, and I said, "Hey, Pikachu," and he saw the sign. He was like, "We're playing the song. You should come sing the song with us." I said, "All right, absolutely."
It was fate.
It was fabulous.
Well, Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What did you do before this?
I was at my friend's party last night.
Love that.
And we're celebrating his wife's 50th birthday. It was a surprise party. 35 people showed up and surprised her, and she broke down in tears. It's very scary to have a surprise party. All your friends are lying to you for, a while, and then they all show up and say, "See, we've been lying to you for the past month. We didn't tell you we're going to fly into New Orleans to meet you."
That's crazy. Especially New Orleans.
You mean, what was I doing before
No,
before 1998 and Pokemon?
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
were you
this
doing
is
yesterday? It's
before
okay.
what we were doing
That's
yesterday.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes, what were you doing pre your big stardom.
Pre-Pokemon.
Pre-Pokemon.
Well, my Pokemon stardom is only since 2016, since I got let out of the Pokeball I was trapped in. The song is one of thousands of jingles that I do. Subway, eat fresh. The quilted, quick picker upper, be all that you can be. When you get nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Legomania, Legomania. I mean, think outside the bun. Just goes on and on. I see a little silhouette of a cat.
My gosh,
Mountain Dew,
that
Mountain
was
Dew.
you?
Time to do the slam dango. The free and refreshing, very, very refreshing. Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
on and on and on and on. Throughout basically started in 1995 and have been doing consistently jingles. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, Coca-Cola. So many of these things, pretty much every single one that I just sang to you, doesn't list credits at the end of the commercial. So there is no reward except the residual reward if it is a union spot that I get paid, and the reward of telling people with a big giant sign that I'm the guy that sang, gotta catch 'em more Pokemon. But if you don't have the sign, you don't know it's me. Yeah. So I've been trying to design the best sign, a foolproof way of, instead of actually singing to people, but telling people that I am the voice, the face and the name behind the voice. And hopefully this sign is doing the trick, but I'm not sure it is. I think people don't really get it. It's too much information to process, that this is really the voice, the face, the person behind the song. Yeah. But I'll keep trying, and I'll keep singing you guys the song until you realize that I'm the guy that sang the song.
I find it so crazy because you have an iconic voice, dude. Like, Pokemon! Like, that. Like, I sing it. I know.
We should do the duet. I want to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Yes,
You have to do it in Jason's voice, though. You can't sing it in any other voice. You can't sing it like Mariah Carey or something.
Really sweet.
Like,
You know? To
There's a
catch
guy-
your money's my real queen. Like
There
that,
it
you
is.
know?
There it is. He's got it too. There's a guy named 10 Second, has a YouTube channel called 10 Second Songs, and he does the Pokemon theme song in 20 different styles, 10 seconds at a time.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
you mean
amazing
like
video.
Michael Jackson style? Like
Michael Jackson,
Oh.
Destiny's Child, Green Day. He just goes from
Yo!
one style to the next
That's
style to the next
cool.
style with the Pokemon theme song. It's brilliant.
Dude, people are so cool,
Brilliant
man.
people, yeah.
I love coming to these cons specifically because you see so many artists out here. You see so many people being creative, and that is one thing to be creative with. I feel like TikTok and Instagram specifically have really kind of blown you up a little bit.
Unleash the creativity of each individual, and they have taken the Pokemon theme song and distributed it amongst their channels. More people watch other people sing the Pokemon theme song than watch me sing the Pokemon theme song on my channel.
Oh, that's terrible.
There's a guy that sings like Jack Black, and he's in a, I think it's called Adam and the
I think I've
Adam
seen
and
that
something like
guy.
that.
Yeah.
And his videos of him singing the Pokemon theme song do way better than the videos I make of me singing the Pokemon theme song. Which is fine with me. I mean, it's great because it's like you said, it unleashes the power that's inside of everybody to create out of their own imaginations what they want to distribute to the world, the way they want to express themselves. It's great. That's what this whole event is. This is not a Pokemon event. This is an event with individual creators expressing themselves imaginatively, and it's beautiful to see the ecosystem expanding and continuing to allow people to make great stuff. You guys as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks,
Two
Jason.
more superheroes doing their own thing, expressing themselves uniquely. It's fabulous.
That's a huge honor for you to say, man. Thank you so much,
you so
dude.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So I wanted to ask one more question. If you had a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you have?
I will be chilling with Mr. Mime.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mime.
Because he's like a dude. Like, he'd be hanging with me, you know, he could ride in the car, put a seatbelt on. He probably, you know, fit some clothing. We wear the same clothing, you know. We'd have like, you know, the closest thing to a human relationship, I think. Except he just wouldn't, and he just wouldn't be talking. So, you know, I would have to do all the talking.
I'm disappointed you said that. I thought it would be
Really?
Pikachu.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Pikachu's retired, you guys. No more.
Yo, don't bring up sad
Pikachu
memories,
retired.
man. Don't
We're
bring
not
up
here
sad
to
No,
talk
wait,
memories
but
like
did
that.
that really have
things.
I mean, I thought it was just Ash that was
Yeah.
retired, right? Not Pikachu.
Oh,
I think
man.
Ash.
They can't retire
They're,
Pikachu.
they're a,
I mean,
they're
they
a duo.
could, but I wouldn't. I would
Pikachu
hope
is
they
not
wouldn't.
exclusive. This isn't
Yeah.
a monogamous relationship.
They're a duo, though. They've been a duo forever. If you, I feel like you can't
Of
retire
course,
one.
but there's millions
the
of
other.
Pikachus.
Yeah, that's true.
But not that specific Pikachu. He
I
was
know that
special.
specific one. Well, they retired that one, and then the other 12
Yeah.
million of them that look exactly the same will still keep going.
Jason, I have a question for you. Have you seen Pokemon all the way through?
Which Pokemon?
Like the original Indigo League?
Oh, not every episode. No.
Yeah.
I've seen
Consecutively?
multiple episodes
Interesting.
all the way through, but not all of the episodes. And I saw Detective Pikachu all the way through.
Oh,
That's for
wow.
sure.
Detective Pikachu was a good one.
It
Did
was.
anybody else see Detective Pikachu out there? It actually was really good. It was actually really good.
It was. Did you hear the Detective Pikachu unofficial theme song by Jason Paige? See?
What was up
You
with
got to
that?
hear it.
Let's hear it.
What was-
It'll always be me and you, Pika me and you. So the Detective Pikachu theme song, if you play it with the Pokemon theme song at the exact same time, it creates a duet between the Pokemon theme song and the Detective Pikachu theme song. It goes, I wanna be. What do you wanna be? I wanna be the very best, like a shooting star, like no one ever was. Blazing a path through the sky to catch them is my real test. With love and training my will cause. It's really cool. I can't sing both parts at the same time because they slightly overlap, but the lyrics and the music go together like a duet that you would never even be able to create in a musical like Rent.
Oh yeah.
Like a
see-
Broadway duet, basically.
Yeah, that's deep, man.
It's
That's
really
deep.
cool. Check it out. There's a video on my YouTube channel that I sing them both together.
Oh man.
What made you want to do jingles out of everything?
I needed.
I mean,
a
you
job.
have a great voice for it. Don't get me wrong and stuff.
I needed a job.
Okay.
It paid.
No, well,
The
I was in-
brokenness is real.
I was in bands and had produced a lot of music with my band, and we liked the more progressive bands that had a lot of different styles mixed into their music, like Yes and Rush and these crazy bands. So I had developed an ability to create multiple styles, and that lent itself to the jingle world. In the jingle world, they give you a brief of what they want. It has to sound like Green Day, but with a girl background singer and a little kid sound. And here's the lyrics, and then you make the song based on what the brief is, what the advertiser wants. And I was able to, with my skills, do a lot of different styles and satisfy. If they wanted a heavy metal song, I could do a heavy metal song. If they wanted a jazz song, I could do a jazz song. If they wanted a classical song, I could do a classical song. Whatever it was, I could morph my voice and my production skills into that medium. It was and I got paid.
Which is the most important part there.
Which is the most important part. But it is kind of there's still a lot of music that's being created for corporate products, and I do a lot of I do songs for a lot of companies still, but they don't go on TV and become iconic jingles that you remember for the rest of your life. Those days are kind of gone because there's so many platforms. Yeah. It doesn't, there's not 3 channels blasting Lego Mania every 15 minutes, but so I'm the last of the great jingle singers.
Yeah, you're definitely the voice of the jingles of my generation. But what makes a jingle that everlasting the way all of your work has?
A lot of things go into it. The ad agency does a lot of testing sometimes and they go through lots of songs. So when I did the Lego Mania song, we wrote 7 different Lego spots for a company that we were working for that also wrote 7. So we submitted 14 Lego spots for this Lego jingle. And that jingle house might have been one of a few. So it's highly competitive, first of all. And then they test it, and they see how audiences respond to it. Just like Pokemon tested, catch 'em if you can, Pokemon. And they were like, catch 'em if you can isn't really resonating with our test groups. So they changed it to gotta catch 'em all. So it's about testing.
Cool,
it's about
man.
finding the right sound. It's about finding the right singer, the right producer. And then it's about the content, obviously, the cartoon and how it unfolds. And the rest is you guys. What state are you guys in? What state is the world in? Are we even able to pay attention to something?
Right.
You know, during a pandemic, no jingles. Nobody was paying attention to very much. So
Jingles kind of went away, especially during the pandemic, and even now, like you just said, like if someone was to ask me, what's the best theme song, right, for a show, I couldn't name one right now.
Right. I mean, I can't name one either.
I will say the Pokemon theme song gets stuck in my head almost immediately as soon as I hear it.
100%.
So I feel like that's pretty much the greatness right there.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any other voiceover acting at all? Or
Yes, I am a voiceover in Meet the Spartans.
Oh, come on.
You know that scene where here's to you, King Leonidas. That guy, it's like a Bud Light parody. I did the voiceover in that.
That's amazing.
And some other voiceovers throughout the years and voices. Oh, I'm in Deadpool. I'm man number 3.
Man number 3?
Look out! Over there! Got it!
You know, stuff like that.
It's getting you work, though. It's getting you money.
It was one of the many. And I've probably done some more that I don't remember right now. But yeah, there's some Jason Paige voiceovers out there. Thank you, sir.
There was the
Yes,
Pikachu
yes.
right there that made it all happen.
That's right.
Today is my mother's birth-giving day. I celebrate my mother's birth-giving day because she was the one that put out all the energy on this day that we are celebrating.
We should
and I just
celebrate.
went along for the ride, basically.
I didn't ask to be here, but
So happy birth-giving day to my mom.
That's right. That's right.
do you guys want to take some questions from the audience?
Sure, let's
Is
take
that
some
cool?
questions.
Does anybody have any questions for Jason Paige or for me and Frack? If you guys want to learn more about the show, you're more than welcome to. Yeah,
There's a
pop
microphone
up,
right
There you
pop
there.
go.
up. He's
The
popping up right
man,
now.
The beard. the
Tell
legend.
us. First off, tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm
After
the
you
bear.
stuff your face there.
I'm the bear from the Bear and the Beard podcast.
There you go. There you go. What's your question, bud?
I have a question for all 3 of you. You're given the choice in Professor Oak's lab. Which Pokemon are you choosing from the G1 starters?
Oh, starters. For those of you who don't know the starters, which if you're at a Fan Expo, you should know who the starter Pokemon are. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. Let's go.
I'm going with Bulbasaur. It's number 1, the first one ever created, basically, right? It is. It's like the OG. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say the same. I mean, it's the one that I chose. You know, since growing up, and I mean, I like them all, but
Plus, I'm a water
Sentimental.
guy, so
Oh,
I'm
yes.
down with the water.
that's right.
I'm going to go out of the blue and say Charmander. Where's all my Charmander fans at? Where are all my Charmander fans? Come on. Charmander all the way. Fire all the way. Charizard. And Charmeleon is kind of a weak middle evolution. But whatever. It's all good. Once you get to that Charizard, it's gold, baby. Yeah, true. That Pokemon Snap game is really good. I love the old animation to the Pokemon, like the original cards, which actually I have a
The
card.
less animation, the more the imagination does the work.
I don't know if you guys can see this on the screen or anything, but this is a Jason Paige card right here. Look, he's got him. He's got him right there.
Yes.
Thank you, Bear. I appreciate you.
It's raining.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead and
Go ahead and pick them up, y'all.
guys.
Yo,
We
it's a good
definitely
time.
encourage it.
It's Jason Paige. It's one of the collectors, one of the collector items over here that we're throwing out. One of the collector items, baby. Jason Paige.
That is worth at least $1,000.
Oh, maybe $1,000.
eBay.
Does anybody else have another question for Jason Paige or any of us? You guys are more than welcome to pop in. There's a mic right over here. Pop on in. Pop on in. Come on in. Come on up. There's a mic right here.
hello.
I just had a quick question because
God, did you hit him on the nose? Oh.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
That's all you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I heard you mention Rent.
Rent, yes.
So I have to ask, were you Roger?
I was offered the role of Roger in the original production off Broadway, and I turned it down. I had other things going on.
That is awesome.
But I did sing in the audition, one song, glory, one song, before I go. And then, 10 years later, I was offered the a part in not Roger. I was Honest Living, Honest Living, Honest Living.
Oh my God!
Was
And
that,
I sang
Neil Patrick Harris
in the
Hollywood
Neil Patrick
Bowl?
Harris
Yes.
version
Yes,
at
right,
the
man.
Hollywood Bowl. So I
Yes,
finally got to do
nice.
Rent 10 years later.
Yeah, I just did it back in July. So.
Oh,
come on, man.
congratulations.
I-
What part? What part?
I was a homeless person. Christmas bells are ringing.
Yes,
Yep.
Christmas
Come
bells
on.
are
Nice,
ringing.
nice.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Dude, that's great.
Where'd you do it at?
I do work at Lynn Meadows Discovery Center in
Okay.
Biloxi, Mississippi, as well as Center Stage Theater in Biloxi.
Oh,
Yeah.
we love to
And,
see
yeah,
that.
we just did Little Shop of Horrors, which is my
Oh,
favorite. So
one of my
it was
faves,
great.
too.
Amazing, man.
Suddenly
excellent.
see more.
I was
Oh.
the bad guy.
Oh.
I was
Hey.
Audrey too.
Yes!
So it was
Moving on
it was
up.
fun. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
We
you so
love to
much,
hear
man.
that. Thank you so much for the question. Does anybody else have any questions for us? Come on in. There's a
go.
mic right in the center.
Hi, I'm Desiree. I'm from DC.
Hi, Desiree.
DC.
Yes. How do you feel about them never aging Ash at all in the show?
Well, I think that's what part of the reason they retired him. They were like, we have to get rid of this kid. He's not aging.
He's been 10 forever.
He's got that disease that, he doesn't age.
Benjamin Button.
The opposite. Other disease, right. But now I think there's a great opportunity for the original art community to produce all kinds of content of Ash as an adult. And I think Pokemon's going to probably have to do that at some point. I think.
That'd be
and
sick.
I'll sing the theme song for Ash's new, his family. His
Instead of
new
him
sitcom.
being 10, he'll be
The
like
spinoff.
20.
Did we all hear that Jason Paige is available
That's right.
at any moment
That's
there,
right,
y'all?
that's right. I'm also signing autographs over there at my booth by the gaming section. If you guys are playing, you guys like to play Pokemon, Magic, or Yu-Gi-Oh!, they're doing tournaments over there, which are really cool. You can win money if you're good at it, too.
Ooh. I want to ask you a question, man. Well, I really want to just commend you on something, man. And after finally meeting you in person for a little bit, I can say, you're one of the very few people who are proud of the things they've done in their life. I mean, you're going around with this big thing, this big banner.
Self-promotion
the
right
biggest
there.
self-promotion banner in existence. And it's just
pretty much.
really, really funny, man, just to see you actually just say, hey, I'm Jason Paige. I did the theme song for Pokemon.
Yeah, you're proud of who you are, man.
And it's really cool because you did so much more, but you're just giving into what the fandom, especially over here, being that so many love Pokemon. But I just think it's the coolest thing in the world that you got this banner, man.
Wow, thank you so much. And it's really, like I said before, this is a thing that is in your mind as a child.
Yeah.
The celebrity is the song. I'm not the celebrity. I'm just a trigger for the song, which is the content that people really are attached to. And they're attached to it because it's not a guy up there in a band singing. And it wasn't until 2016 that anybody even thought about contacting me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And finding out who was the guy that sang the song of their childhood.
Yeah.
Because it was just a pure experience. So those people are now coming and getting my autograph over here, and they're bringing their kids, and their kids don't care that I'm the guy singing, and they shouldn't care, and we shouldn't tell them that there's a guy that sings it. They just want to experience the art. When you look at a painting, you just experience the painting. You don't want to be thinking about the artist painting it.
That's true. Wow.
I mean, obviously,
Wow.
you guys, the artists over here are
Eddie
fabulous.
is doing great.
And what you're doing
Eddie's
is
doing
great. But it's
Sorry.
the art that is the important thing that allows the imagination to expand. And I have profound gratitude for you, both of you guys, because that imagination is what makes the art real. It gives it meaning. And if at some point you want to explore who that artist is, I'm over there. But it doesn't have to have it. It's better if you don't. If it just keeps it pure in your mind, the joy and the imagination amplifies this emotional experience, and that's what life is about.
Sure is.
You know.
And every single time I hear that song, I have to jam out too. Like there's no other.
It's a jam out
No
experience.
matter where you hear it either.
As,
Like,
as soon as I hear
seriously.
the da-na-na, yeah, like just
I wanna
it-
be.
Like,
There it is.
Don't
It's a little bit. It's a little bit.
It's iconic. It's iconic in so many ways. But like, you know, when I think of my childhood, even as a very young child, the first thought in my head is always, you know, Pokemon or Fox or, you know, ABC, you know, all these individuals. But like Pokemon it holds a special place in my heart. It's been, man, I can't believe it's been at least 20 years. Like,
25 years.
Gee.
The song is now 25 years old. Obviously, Pokemon's a little bit older.
Oh, that hurts that hurts my
Yeah.
right here.
Denise is dying right now.
Right here,
1998. 1998, the song.
Wow. What were some of your fondest memories of recording that song? Was there an idea of, hey, this is going to be a big hit?
No, there's just, this is fun to sing,
Yeah.
and I'm going to give it my all. And then once it was a hit, they went back and recorded the To Be a Master album, which contained the full version with the guitar solo that we heard
It's
the
badass.
dude play
It's badass,
earlier,
sure.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
And also, I'm on the road to the Viridian City, meet my friends along the way,
Yeah.
which is another song that I sang on that album. And that was kind of cool that I got to do 2 songs on that incredible album that you can bring and get signed over here if you want. You got
That's
it.
right.
CD. Sorry, it's a CD. It didn't even get printed out on vinyl. That would be really cool to get a
That would
vinyl
be
of that.
cool.
Oh, we got another question.
Bring him in, baby, bring him in.
The bear.
Was that the one with the I'm on the road to Viridian City? That was the first CD I ever owned.
That's
so
me.
yeah,
That's
I don't
me,
have
bro.
it anymore. But
You didn't know.
no, I didn't even know.
Yes! All the Jason Paige trading cards.
Speaking of first, what was the very first CD that you owned, Jason?
The first CD. I don't remember
Or
the
tape
first
or
CD, but
vinyl.
I remember the first vinyl I got was, ooh, she's a little runaway. Daddy's girls learn fast. All the things you couldn't say.
That's
Bon
right.
Jovi's first album. There was a record shop up the street from where I lived on 77th and Columbus.
Oh,
And
man.
I bought that Bon Jovi record and wore it out. It was incredible. Ooh, she's a little runaway. Just kind of like the Pokemon part.
It is. It is.
Did you always like singing like that?
I was imitating the bands and the artists that I was into. And
admired
Bon
them.
Jovi is a very Pokemon sounding thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of is.
If Bon Jovi is listening right now,
On the streets where you live, girls talking about the social life.
Bon,
Tommy used to work at the dime.
a Bon Jovi, Jason Paige collab.
It's very, very similar.
It's the thing that we all
Get
never
Bon
knew we
Jovi to
needed.
sing the Pokemon theme song. Metallica did a cover of it.
Oh, come on.
They did.
on.
They played it
Wow.
live. That was really cool.
So badass, man. So
Man.
cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's incredible, man.
Any other questions from the audience? You guys are more than welcome to
Questions for the
hit
Peanut
up.
Gallery?
Yeah, anybody can come
Yeah.
on up and ask a question. What is let's see, what is your do you think you could be a Pokemon master?
To be a master, Pokemon master, I will be writing a brand new chapter. Pokemon go, Pokemon go, Pokemon.
So yes. Yes is
You
the
know,
answer.
I have tried to play Pokemon Go, and I'm getting a little bit better, so it's
on.
possible. Yes, my dear. Who are you dressed as, and what is your name?
Oh, my name is Kayla. I'm actually dressed as Sea Fairy Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom.
Hi, Kayla. How are you doing?
Is
How
for
you doing?
cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, good enough for me. Oh, cookie, 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 start with C.
That Cookie?
That's familiar.
I think
Pretty
so.
close.
I think so.
Blue. You're Blue, and your name is Cookie.
Yes.
No, but that's not the one.
Pretty close, though.
All right, sorry.
So, like, for the newer generation of kids, how do you feel about some of the younger generations, like 10 and under, who actually know your songs now?
Yeah, it's really
Good question.
It's great. Although, like I said, the celebrity is the song, not me.
Right.
So they know the song, but they don't care that it's a guy that sings it. You know, in the context of a band and the videos that I put out with me rocking out. They just attach themselves to the meaning behind it, and the enthusiasm and the energy, the art. They really appreciate the art, and it's great. And then they come over to my. I mean, some of them care a little bit when their parents tell them it's the guy, and they're like,
What guy?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, basically.
whatever. He'll sign your card. All right, you know, they care less than the parent. But when they grow up, then and they equate the Pokemon theme song to the bands and the artists that they listen to, then they'll come back and get my autograph and introduce their kids to me.
There you go.
But yeah,
Generational.
it's really great.
Thank you.
That's
You're
a great
welcome.
question.
Thank you, Cookie.
Thank
Great
you so much for
question.
asking.
Great question.
Cookie, 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 starts with C.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
What's your name and who are you dressed as?
My name is Riley, and I am dressed as generic anime background character number 300.
I recognize you right away.
Hello. What's your question?
All right, I know someone's probably already asked this, but how does it feel knowing that a series that you started, like with Ash and everything, with the theme song that you sang, is like his story is finally coming to an end? Like,
Yeah. I'm not as personally attached to it as some of my fans are, as indicated by the incredible messages on my YouTube video of hundreds of comments of, I'm just here because Ash is done and I'm really upset and I just wanted to leave a comment. Thank you. But I think it's an opportunity for the creative world here of Comic-Cons and the Pokemon ecosystem that isn't Pokemon corporate to create spin-offs right now, because now they're really going to want to do that.
And original stories.
And original stories. Yeah, spin-offs and original stories that look a little bit different than Ash. I mean, because he doesn't. He can be a grown-up. He can be a grown-up now. He can have facial hair.
I will admit, I've actually started my own Pokemon
Yes!
stories for that.
Already?
Yeah, I don't want to take up too much time. I'm just going to explain
fine.
like some
Go
small
ahead.
things. So, my story is about a trainer from Saffron City's fighting dojo named Rai and his partner Pokemon Hitmonchan, who is a special breed of Hitmonchan since he somehow has access to the aura like Lucario.
Ooh.
And he's basically going on a similar journey as Ash did, with a whole different team, including N for some reason. But hey, you know, gotta throw in at least one canon character.
Sure. Throwback.
Yeah. But yeah, he's learning the ways of being a Pokemon master and surpassing his jerk of a father who abandoned him and his family.
There you go.
Because hey, trauma, main character.
Yeah,
Woo!
trauma's crucial in the story.
Yes,
Very
that sounds
true.
great.
I love that though, and keep on being creative like that, and keep on making stories.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
He proved it.
That's awesome. Does anybody else have any other questions or anything for Jason Paige?
The voice of the generation.
I think that song might now be stuck in my head.
Yeah, where's that from, by the way?
That's Cookie Monster. I don't know if you guys
Sesame
know about
Street.
Cookie Monster.
Sesame
He doesn't know.
Street.
I was Cookie Monster at the J.C. Penney Mall
What?
for hundreds of children lined up to meet Cookie Monster.
Like
It
you
was-
actually wore the costume?
I wore the Cookie Monster costume, and I wasn't allowed to talk because they didn't want the voice to give away that. I mean, although I could
had
do
a
his
great
voice,
voice,
I could do
what?
his voice, yeah. But they didn't want whoever they hired was not allowed to do the voice, and I received the love of this line of children. They would just like attacked me. It was incredible. It was incredible. I've never ever had so much love at one time from, I was almost like tackled. The kids were rammed to tackle Cookie Monster.
Did anyone give you a cookie?
They gave me cookies too, yeah.
Nice.
And I signed little Cookie Monster autographs on these flyers that were there. It was really funny.
That's incredible, man.
Cookie
Wow.
Monster's from Sesame Street.
Yeah. Well, I know that, but I was like, wait, is that a Oreo's theme song or
Oh
something?
yeah, that was his. That was
Oreo
his
jingle.
That was Cookie Monster's greatest hit.
Wow. Okay. See,
That was his hit single.
I'm actually a little rusty on remembering Sesame Street. I remember Big Bird. That's it.
Yeah, Big Bird. That's his hit song.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
What were some of what were some of the shows that you grew up on that kind of inspired
I was
some cool
Go
things?
Speed Racer, Go Speed Racer, Go Speed Racer, go! Which is kind of like
Go Speed Racer Go.
It looks like an anime,
Yes,
pretty much.
it
and,
does.
and he looks like an older version of Ash.
Yeah.
So I think Ash might get himself a
Nice.
nice car and start a little Speed Racer kind of show. That
About
would be
time he
kind of
gets
cool,
a
right?
car.
Because Ash is never old enough to drive.
He can
right?
Yeah,
collect
that's
them all
true.
too. He can collect all the cars.
He could collect all the cars. Oh, that's a good idea.
What were some of your other ones? Anything else that stands out?
I was watching the Flintstones, and I was watching
a lot of Hanna-Barbera,
Happy
huh?
Days,
Yeah.
and I was
Aw.
watching Laverne and Shirley.
Did you
and
hear that, Henry Winkler? Happy
all those
Days,
things. Yeah.
the Fonz. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
my first crush.
Oh,
What?
yeah?
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
The Fonz is forever
He's
my
still
first
going.
crush.
He's
I
still
know.
got
He's
doing
still
lots of stuff.
He's full of energy.
Yeah, I think he does Barry on HBO. He did Arrested Development as well, kind of
Yeah.
in his older times.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I say older times.
He was
You're still young.
amazing.
I'm
And
sorry.
for those who've never seen Arrested Development, they absolutely should.
Great
it's
show.
Genius.
And Carl Weathers is in there too.
That's
in
right.
Arrested
He
Development
says
as
you
well.
can, you can make a stew out of that.
Yep.
You
Just meat on
can.
that
You
bone.
can.
That's
Jason,
good stuff.
who are you most excited about meeting at this at Fan Expo in New Orleans?
You guys.
Yeah.
Oh
First of all-
my gosh, we're excited about you, man.
You guys were the guys only people that I knew were going to be here. That I
Okay.
knew. So I was like, oh, I know some people that are going to be there. It was you. And then I knew Pikachu was going to be here. I didn't know he was going to be the sax player of a band that was playing the Pokemon theme song. But
Turned
he was
out
here.
amazing, by the way.
Yeah, that was great. That was really fun. No, just you guys.
Oh,
You're
Really?
super sweet,
Thanks,
Jason.
buddy.
As you see, I'm not in the official area. I'm over here signing autographs at the Media Men gaming area. Media Men
Yeah.
is an incredible store here in New Orleans that I've done autograph sessions at before. They are hosting all the Pokemon tournaments over there and the Magic the Gathering tournaments. They have a great store on Magazine Street,
Oh, nice.
and they're really cool guys.
Jason, you're a really cool guy,
Oh,
man.
thank
Thank
you.
you
You guys
so
are really
much
cool.
for
Seriously.
You're very
being
welcome.
on our panel and everything. Do you want to
Throw some
sing
more cards out.
that and sing an acoustic version of your song? We all want to hear it. Let's be real. We all want to hear it.
I wanna.
Oh, what? Hey.
I wanna be the very best, like no one
Come on,
ever was.
sing along.
To catch them is my real test. Come on.
To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide.
Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Sing it with me. Pokemon,
gotta catch 'em all.
I know it's my destiny.
Pokemon,
Oh, you're my best friend.
in a world we must defend. Pokemon,
Gotta catch 'em all.
It's you
Hearts are true. Sing it. I'll pull us through. Sing it.
you teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon,
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Pokemon.
Fan Expo.
Yo,
That was the least amount of people ever singing the Pokemon theme song when it was spontaneously sung at a Comic-Con in the history of Comic-Cons.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Mime! Oh my gosh! Come
Mr.
up here right
Mime.
now, Mr.
Mr.
Mime.
Mime, if you can hear us, come here.
Oh my gosh. They're trading helmets.
I think he's hiding.
It's okay.
It's okay.
They're miming.
We're sorry to call you out.
Not the whole thing, unfortunately.
Guys, can you guys give a big round of applause to Jason Paige?
Mr. Jason
He's
Paige,
been awesome.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much, dude, for hanging out with us. Super appreciate it. Please go and catch him on the other side of the expo. He's chilling over there with his
That's
big
right.
sign, your hat, basically. Frack.
Yeah.
What a show, man.
This has been amazing. It's
This
been
has
awesome.
been a crazy event.
Yeah, and I mean it's a really beautiful event. For those who don't know about Comic Cons, guys, there's artists, there's vendors, there's different people selling different things. Always great to conversate with these vendors as well. They're really awesome to speak to. And yeah, we hope you guys have an amazing time here. We're having a blast. Mr. Jason Paige, everybody.
And Mr. Jason Paige, he'll be holding that sign all weekend.
If you can't find him, just look for the sign.
Huge shout out to Fan Expo New Orleans for having us as well and letting
It's been an
us
honor.
record our show and stuff
This
for this
is
podcast.
amazing. This is amazing.
Does anybody else have any other questions for us? I see some Avatar. Avatar.
They're
and some
knobbies. Aren't they knobbies?
Yo,
Yeah.
amazing.
Did you see the second movie?
I have not seen it
Oh.
yet. I'm really excited to.
Yeah.
Soon I will be seeing it. For those of you, if you guys like movies, I also do a Instagram at Monday Cinema Club. We go live with Rufio. Any Hook fans out here? Who likes Rufio? Bangarang Rufio. Bangarang Rufio. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you. I do a live every Monday on Instagram on Monday Cinema Club. Go ahead and follow us. We review movies, old school movies and stuff. So if you guys are about that, hit us up, man. If not, join us over at Frack and Friends Show. It is so much fun being with this guy. Thank you for having me on here, buddy. I
No, it's
appreciate
been a pleasure. I mean, the Frack and Friends shows is on Facebook and Instagram. Our episodes are mainly on Facebook and YouTube, but the Facebook page is where we kind of post everything. But check us out, the Frack and Friends Show. We're all about the 90s and 2000s. If you guys like nostalgia, if you guys miss the best of times in your life, join us.
Simpler times.
I mean, seriously, most definitely. But thanks so much, Denise, for flying out. Give a hand for Denise for flying
Thank you
here
guys.
to be here with us.
Dude, give a huge
Seriously
shout out to
appreciate
Frack
it,
over here
man.
too. Our friend
Seriously.
Caleb, he's awesome as well. And thank you guys for joining us as well over here. We had a good crowd out here.
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
did.
sure it was because Eddie Munson was over here. Thank you,
Yeah.
Eddie. We appreciate
Eddie
you.
brings the crowd, among other things, but yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys on the floor out there. So
Love you guys so much.
have a good
Be
night,
safe.
guys.
Let's do it, man. Killing it, man. Yo.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.